Hi there, welcome to MTurk Guide. I haven't been posting videos this week as often as I usually do, and that's because it was my daughter's birthday this week and we did birthday related stuff. So I apologize for not getting many videos posted, but what I did manage to do was to make sure to respond to all the comments that were left. I love the engagement. I love hearing how things are going from your perspective. So definitely keep those coming. And if for some reason I did miss a comment, just point me in the direction of your comment. I will answer it as soon as I can. But definitely keep that engagement going. I'd love to hear what you guys want to see and how things are going on your end. So I'm going to give you 2 weeks worth of earnings reports because I didn't do an earnings report last week. And then I'm going to give you a little bonus because I haven't been as active on the channel as I would have liked. So this is all as of today. Let's start with the first week that I skipped or missed, which was the week ending October 16th. So it was a week ago on Sunday. And the number of hits I submitted that week was 1,093, and the approved was 998, which again, I've said it before, but hits can take longer than a week to approve in some cases. So you're going to see those kind of linger on into subsequent weeks. It's not fun for them to go long, but then when they do get approved and you get that infusion of a little bit of money, it's kind of fun. So anyways, back to my numbers. I did no rejected, which is what we're looking for consistently. A bonus was 8 cents, which was from some 411 Richmond transcriptions. And my hit reward earned was $201.66 for a grand total of $201.74. So just to review my goals for those that aren't familiar, my daily goal is 20, weekly 140, and my monthly is 560. And as I've said, everybody has their reasons for turking. Mine is, for birthday gifts and little mini vacations, things of that nature. So you can obviously set your goal wherever it needs to be for you, but for me, this is a good goal. So my October month to date is $471.81, and my 2016 year to date is $6,667.90. So I'm within grasping distance, if you will, of that October goal. As of the week ending October 16th. And on the right here, you just see a chart that's kind of shows my progress. I like to put it two ways for people who are are more visual and like to see the peaks and valleys of earning. So moving on to the weekly earnings for the week ending October 23rd, which is today. And if you'll recall in other webcasts, I've said that my day ends at 3 a.m. Eastern time because of the Amazon offices being on Pacific time. So that's why my dates are a little bit off, because my turking day is different from my real day time-wise. All right, so the metrics for this week were a 932 hits submitted, 1,053 approved, no rejected, yay. Bonus reward was $14.43. My hit reward, $167.94. And then the total amount earned was $182.37. And that brought my October goal month to date to $654.18, which means I have exceeded my monthly goal as of this week. And then my year to date is up to $6,850.27. So as I said, everybody has goals for their own reasons. So definitely set them because it keeps you accountable. And I don't mind sharing my goals because I am then, accountable to you all as well, which is great for me to motivate me. So, okay. So this is the bonus part I was talking about. This is out of the HIT database on my that I have running a script. If you don't have the ability on your dashboard to pull up different reports, let me know. I will do a tutorial on what scripts you need and then how to manage that data. So we'll quickly go through and I'll just tell you what these different ones are. There's more on this list, but I kind of kept it to the top handful that I could quickly go through and explain. Project Endor Zoltar, I've talked about this a lot, so if you're not familiar, go ahead and check out the videos on this. But they were consistently dropping this week around 8-10 every morning. I think there was one day that they did it later in the day, but pretty much consistent. And I did 653 of those at 12 cents each, which gave me $78.36 on the week. This one from Jen Overbeck was a $25 hit. It was one hit. It was some data entry. And she just turned out to be a great requester. And she actually bonused me another $5 for a little extra work that I did on her hit. So that was great, a good one. I'm glad I picked that one up. Abby Lerner. Abby Lerner is she's always looking for information on school principals, superintendents, school administration staff. She puts up hits and she gives you a school and you have to go find the information. And those are 30 cents each. I did 63 of those for $18.90. With the Abby Lerner ones, you do need to be over 5,000 approved, so keep that in mind. Recognition, spelled wrong and all, is actually, they have a couple different hits up. Some are identifying if an object is in a picture, and then they have bounding box ones, which they just brought up. The recognition ones, they vary on price for is the object in the image one, depending on how many pictures you have to go through. But I've seen them anywhere from like 17 cents to I think 40. I usually do the 40-cent ones. And then they recently came out with bounding box ones, which are 50 cents each. They can be a little labor intensive if you get something like, apples and then you get a picture of apple orchards, that can be laborious. But it's worked out okay for me as I did 35 of them, and that brought me to 15.20. Patrick Nicholson he has a project around keywords, I think, or topics. So I did a bunch of those. Those were also 12 cents, and I did 119 of those. John Moon was dropped a bunch one day this week. And this was classifying reviews. I did hear through the grapevine that somebody had gotten a whole bunch of rejects from him because they didn't they did not spend enough time on the individual hits. But I didn't hear anything other than that one person. So they approved for me. So, look on Turk Opticon and proceed at your own risk. But I didn't have a bad experience, so I can't really validate the other person's experience. Nor do I have a bunch of information. So I did 13 Pinterests, which I had to take a Pinterest page or a website that was linked on Pinterest, I think, and then find a country that the website was in and identify if there's any nudity or things like that. That required the adult content qualification, obviously. So that's Pinterest, and that was at $5.20. And then Heather Lynch was actually the beginning of three survey series on the election. There's going to be a bunch of stuff election-wise as we get closer and closer to the election. So definitely look for surveys in that space. John Campbell, I believe, was a survey for $3. PCVA, they have a bunch of different ones up. There's some at 10, 15 cents, 30 cents, or 25, I think, actually is the highest. But essentially, they have you looking at an ad, and then you're trying to say what the ad's trying to get you to do and why you should do it. I have a video on PCVA. They don't have the greatest Turk Opticon rating, but I believe they're a requester on the way up, trying to do the right thing. They've approved everything of mine, so I think they're learning. But again, proceed at your own risk, and definitely check out the PCVA requester spotlight that I put together, I think, a couple weeks ago now. Rhett Bravo Hints was a survey. Martin Bubberl. That was a quick set that dropped, and I don't recall exactly what that one was, but it was a quick one. I only got 8 of them. Duckworth Lab, Social Cognition, and Conflict Resolution Lab are both surveys. Research Tasks has all sorts of things, so I can't recall exactly which ones I did. And then there's Nathan. Nathan, you need to have a qualification to do Nathan's hits, and it's about artwork and identifying the different categories that the artwork could fall in. He pays 3 cents per hit, and then bonuses based on your overlap with other Turkers' answers. So if I were in the database, I'll bring you into my database real quick. In the database, I can go ahead and drop down on the Martin Bubberl, and this was classifying reviews. So he had, the reason why I did these, he had a 1-minute auto approval, meaning that basically I submitted and they approved right away. At 25 cents a hit, those are the type of ones you want to gobble right up because they don't last long at all. All right, so that's my handful of requesters for the week. Let me know if you like this approach. And if you do, I will certainly do it again next week when I promise to be more timely. And as always, like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you'd like to see. As always, I appreciate your participation and I look forward to chatting with you on YouTube. Bye, everyone.